Still work 10 hours a day. I don't look like I work, but 10 hours a day I'm still always working. I want to retire and do things.
How old are you now?
33.
Okay.
Old man.
What is the age you want to get like retired?
35, 36. And I want to do nothing. And then I can fill my life with activities. Because even now, if I look at a rally, to me it's not the cost of the rally. They say like one life or whatever. Come on the rally, it's 10,000 euro for a week. That's fine. I will lose 50,000 euro because I'm not working. I will lose so much money with the things I should have done.
So it costs
60,000 euro.
not
So it's like, now, is it worth it? You know, like, if right now, still the way I make my money and the things I do, if I'm not at a computer or if I can't sit on my phone all the time, I lose money all the time. So it makes me angry. So I want to get to a point where this doesn't bother me.
I'm in the same position. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep. Yeah. You sit and you go, how much am I going to lose to do this? Not how much it costs. How much does this cost me in time and other things I could do?
Many people don't get this. They don't understand the problem that you maybe like would earn a lot of money in this time.
Yeah.
Say, why? I don't want to steal your time, but if you can't do this, like, yeah, but 10 people ask me, and if they're like 1 day per people, per person, I lose like 10 days. In 10 days, I earn like, I don't know,
exactly,
a bunch of money.
Exactly right. And this is the thing that people don't consider. And this is, and it makes it hard to make decisions on like purely fun things. But people say to me, oh, why don't you want to go Bali or Maldives, or if you have money, you can go Maldives. I say, I go sit 2 weeks on some fucking island, I come back, I lose how much money? Like, even if it's fun, is it worth that much money? Like, it's not worth the money I will lose. I have work to do. And then I go Maldives and I'm trying to get phone signal or I'm on my laptop anyway. What the fuck's the point of being there?
Dude, yeah.
You know exactly what I mean.
Exactly,
and everyone's like, oh, you could just relax. I'm like, no, I can't relax. I have to fucking work. And, yeah, there's a point of money where things just aren't worth the money. You know? So if I can retire, if I can get everything working where I can make enough without me doing anything, then I'll probably do more things, more adventures.
The question is, can you
probably,
just...
That's it. It's hard.
You know?
Can you trust anyone to do anything besides yourself? No.
Yeah,
So
but not only, like, can you just exist without doing anything?
No, but there's things I'd like to do. Like I'd like to climb a mountain in Bhutan and sit in a Taoist temple for a week. That kind of dumb shit, you know? Like, it'd be cool. And where you could only speak one word per day, and you have to sit there and like do 1,000 push-ups a day. And it'd be something I'd love to do. But right now, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm gonna lose so much money.
Want to check out the cars?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's check them out. Because I'm a supercar professional, I have no idea how to open the hood on my car.
Did you just try?
I'm trying to find it. I don't know.
We're gonna fix that.
It's somewhere. I'm sure it's somewhere. Down here, maybe? Is this it?
It should be actually.
There,
You got it?
Got it.
A left side? Okay. Yeah, it's the same side like for us,
Yeah.
but the steering is different.
Who knows? People always say to me, oh, you bought this car. What about this? I was like, look, I bought it because it's pretty. I don't fucking know. I get a girlfriend because she's pretty. Well, what's her birthday? Don't know. Don't care. That's how it goes.
You better know my birthday.
When is it? September, right?
September, yeah. Date? 25th.
I've only had 8 chances to learn it. 8 years.
25th.
It's dirty. It needs.
I hope you know more about the engine of this car.
I know it needs cleaning. It's dirty, but Sham Manzor, the final inspection. I should get it cleaned, isn't there?
This is so dirty, man.
I know. There's a company that clean them, no, or something.
There is. Yeah, some company who does detailing, basically.
You know, I think I annoy people who really love cars because they go, this would be my dream car, and I get them and I drive them like shit and I don't clean them and I don't know how it works and what's in it, and I'm just like, oh.
You shouldn't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. So, you know, I mean, it's big. 6-liter V12. I think it's got around 600 horsepower. But the car is very heavy. It's a very heavy car.
Yeah.
You can feel it when you drive it. It's heavy.
But it's beautiful, as you told me.
It is beautiful. You know, and James Bond drives.
That's carbon fiber right here.
It's carbon fiber.
The hood is carbon fiber.
Yep.
What about the fenders?
I don't know. The splitter is carbon. I don't know how much of the rest of it is carbon. I don't know.
That's a beautiful car.
It does sound. It sounds beautiful.
I heard it. I heard it before in the car.
Yeah.
It sounds really. This is stock.
Stock, yeah.
Wow.
Stock.
Yeah, that's the thing about Aston Martin, because they sound stock so good.
Yeah. You don't need to do much to them.
Not really.
For sound wise, you know.
Also interior, beautiful.
Very nice, yeah. I mean, I've never really seen a modded Aston. The world's that beautiful women have all the choices in the world. If they have all the choices in the world and you're not competitive, how the fuck are you going to pull it off with a bit of gain? We also talk about money. I want to make something clear about money. Getting rich is probably the worst thing that can happen to the majority of men. Most men are not ready for money.
And I say this because I was broke for a very long time, lived a very difficult life, and then became rich. That's why I am, because money amplifies. So if you're the man first and then you get rich, you're the man.
Yeah.
If you're a punk and then you get rich, now you're a massive punk.
We were just talking about this before you came. Like,
Thanks.
Wow.
Thanks, my friend.
We were just talking about
it happens with crypto kids, right? I had one kid come to me, some 20-year-old kid who caught a pump, some stupid coin, whatever. He made $86 million.
Damn.
And he came to me and he was like, Tate, I need your help. I have $86 million, blah, 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 my life's still shit. It's like, yeah, because now you're just a sugar daddy to a bunch of hoes who don't give a fuck about you, and you're a robbery target, and you're just hiding, and like your life's over now. Like you should have been the man first. You could have been a big G first. You can't even fucking pull a firearm. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. Like, that's the worst thing that could happen to you, because you're never going to want to work hard. You're never going to want to network. You're never going to learn the skills. Before the modern period of wealth creation, because in Hustlers University, I teach people how to make money fast. Anybody. I'll teach you how to make as much money as you possibly can quickly. But in the old way, the old world, the only way you could make money was by talking to people, networking, sales, influence, all these things. You'd learn lessons along the way. By the time you had the money, you learned a lot about life. Yeah. But now you can skip all the lessons and just get the fucking money. You're right. And these dudes are a mess, right? So wealth is the worst thing that can happen to people.
True.
So we talk about how, money attracts girls. No, it fucking doesn't. Because in the realm of a beautiful woman, everybody's rich. She will only go on dates with a man who has a nice car and pays her dinner. She may not know who's richer than the other, but in her view, men just have money. Right. I talk to beautiful women, like genuine 10s. Oh, well, men have money. They don't even consider some men are poor because they've never spoken to one. Yeah. They don't know. Yeah. All men just have money from the sky. Men just have money.
That's a great point.
It's normal for them, right? Yeah. It's kind of like having arms. Right? It's like, it's not enough to attract her. She just expects it to be there. It's like, oh yeah, you have money. And if you don't have money, she'll be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
In reality, if you have a good idea and it will make money, you can find a way to do it for effectively free, especially with an online business. I said this before. If you want to sell something online, do all the marketing you were going to do, get the website up and see how many you sell. Worst case, you send the money back. But then you can come to me and say, look, I sold 400 of these. I didn't have the money to get them made, but I sold 400. If I had them made, I could have made this much profit. You can come at me with something instead of saying, I need $1 million and I want to get this shit made, and then I'm going to try and sell it. It's the wrong way around. So once you understand that no matter any business you can attempt with hard work and no money, then you get to do what a scientist did. Well, now I can try everything. And before you know it, something's going to stick and you're going to start making some money. It's really that simple. And I say this to people all the time and they go, yeah. And then they go back to bed. Yeah. But that's the reality of it. And on CobraTate.com, I sell Hustlers University, which is 100 lessons. And what I've just told you is one of the lessons. But it's very, very simple. If you can approach entrepreneurship from that perspective, then you get to try a whole bunch of shit and you don't lose. I say this to people all the time. If you don't blow money, it's very hard to fuck up. Like you start a company and you don't blow your money. What's the worst that can happen? You close?
They don't want to face the risk of the failure and rejection, the emotional.
That's what it is.
Because they're pussies. Yeah, they're pussies. Yeah, exactly.
but if you don't give a shit and you're just all about the money, then what's the worst that can happen if you don't blow money? Nothing bad can happen to you. Like literally nothing bad can happen. People just have this idea, well, if I only had 100 grand, I could. I'm like, listen, if you could do this idea of yours, you wouldn't need 100 grand to do it. I started Cam Girls with fucking nothing. You start 21 Kong with nothing. You speak to most people who started businesses, they started with nothing.
Yep.
Everyone has this. It's the tech industry that's given everyone this dream of this seed investment garbage, and we'll operate at zero profit for 8 years, and then we're going to make money. Come on, fuck off. It's the
If you can control information, you can control people's minds. It's amazing to me now. We'll go on to the election in a minute, because that's what they really want to do when you control people's minds, right? Mm-hmm. When you control people's minds, you want to control who they elect, because then you control the world. Now you control the world, right? Mm-hmm. But with this whole COVID thing, the news you see on the TV is, of course, fake. All the news is orchestrated. Mm-hmm. And I can give you a million examples of that.
Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our Treasure Valley communities, the El Paso, Las Cruces communities, Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about the trouble and trend of irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
But there's all this COVID thing. The idea is that when I walk into the gas station, some lady, this has happened to me, some lady's going to say, your mask, and start to panic. And I'm like, you're an idiot.
That's the law.
But the law is stupid. Why should we blindly obey laws that we know are debt?
Because the woman risks getting fired if she doesn't tell you that.
That's right. Comply.
What would you do if you were her?
I would, if I was her, I'd do exactly what I'm doing now. Because it doesn't matter what job I have or how much money I have. As an individual, I think for myself. And I don't care. If anyone comes along to me and tells me you must mandate X and I don't believe in it, I would not do it. I am not a slave individual, right? If someone comes along and says you must tell people to wear a mask, you know what I'd do if someone walked in without a mask? Pretend I didn't see him. Because if everyone was like me, if everybody was like me, refused to wear a mask and refused to tell people to wear masks, this whole thing would end. They can't keep the scam up because they can't enforce it. There's not enough police to enforce the scam. People don't think about money. Like when I was broke, all I thought about was money. If I was in a coffee shop, I was sitting in the coffee shop with my coffee and I was looking around at all the other people in the coffee shop. How many people are in here? Who bought cake? What's the average spend? How much is the rent here? How much is that member of staff? Do they sell sandwiches? No, they don't sell sandwiches. Why not? Oh, most of the people in here are men, businessmen. Why is the waitress not attractive? The waitress is a fat bitch. Why is that? If I was next door, would I make more money if I did this, this, and this? How much would it cost to do that? That was how my brain was. All I talked and thought about was money. The only people I hung around with talked about money. When I sit down with my friends, they'd be like, how are you making money today? Well, I'm selling drugs. How are you making money today? I'm selling Viagra to old dudes. How are you making money today? Well, I'm going to go rob a motherfucker. I knew the worst people in the world. But all they did was talk about money.
Yeah.
So I didn't sit around and talk about anything else. I didn't think about anything else. I've attempted so many things. And the truth is, about half of them made me some money. But when I discovered Cam, I knew I discovered the golden fucking egg. But before that, I tried so many different things. I always had a way to find money.
Well, you weren't afraid to fail, but it sounds like good courage.
Yeah, I didn't give a shit. I'll make sure you feed yourself. So it's easy when you get a baby, like your business and your company, and you love your baby. You need to reinvest in it. Of course you do. But there has to come a point where you look at the balance sheet and go, you know what? The business is going to struggle a little bit, but I'm going to take this $5,000. I'm going to put it in my bank. So that this all goes fucked, I still have that $5,000. So I had a couple companies in the past where I fucked up, where I was turning over. I ran an advertising agency, a TV advertising. I didn't even talk about this. I ran a TV advertising agency when I was 20. So I was working I got a job selling TV advertising. And I turned out to be a really good salesman within the first few months. And the best salesman quit to start his own company and took me with him, convinced me to be a partner in this new company. So at 20, I own an advertising agency. So we were turning over money, but we were robbing Peter to pay Paul. So like we were doing deals, but we were selling them too cheap to get them in. And the only way we could pull the deal off and get them on TV was to land a new deal. So we were bringing in new money and paying for old shit. So we were in a death spiral.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was in a death spiral, we were in a death spiral for about 2 years. We were pulling it off for like 2 years. And we turned over like $3 million, which is, money. But we were so busy trying to perpetuate and keep this death spiral alive that when it all went tits up, we finished broke. It all went down, we're broke. And if I knew then what I know now, I would have just every single week out of that death spiral, I would took a couple thousand and goes, this is fucked anyway. So take that. Okay, I'll do the best I can with what's left. Okay, take that. We'll do the best. So when it all goes down, I can go, well, I got $500,000. So whatever.
Yeah.
So that's another thing you got to be prepared for. You got to be prepared for that. You got to say, all right, well, why does the business exist? Because I created it. So the business needs to look after me as much as I need to look after the business. I've always kind of been focused on cash flow, money in. So my philosophy is money in. So I spend a lot of money. I'm not a frugal man at all. I blow money. But as long as my income...
Dude, you're so beta. You blow money on women, bro? What the fuck, bro? You buy girls dinner? What the fuck, dude?
Ooh, I know. Crazy. But if I know my income is secure, I don't give a fuck. If I know I'm going to get $100,000 next week, I'll blow $100,000 today because I know it's coming, so I don't care. That's how my attitude to money is. So one is, how secure is your cash flow? Like, do you have a cash flow that's genuinely secure? I am lucky with webcams, with girls, because I know it's one of the most secure industries of the world. Yeah. Recession proof, virus proof, pandemic proof, Christmas, New Year, 365, 24 days. You come at me with some bullshit, there are girls online and there are dudes sending them money. Yep. So I'm quite lucky with that.
It's probably through the roof right now, right? I mean, it's got to be way up. Yeah.
I got girls making $2,000 a day.
Wow.
Yeah. It's for nothing. There's 100% margin.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, it's good from that perspective.